Hello, Product Development Committee. This is Ted Hancock, and speaking with Clifford, who's chairing our committee, he thought it might be a good idea to show you guys the app that we may want to go ahead and push out there a little bit as maybe possibly one of our first projects because it is complete and ready to package up and send off. So it's the bright orange button there. And the app is called MedAdhIR for medication adherence individual review. It is a validated screening tool. Gives a score between 1 and 10 in terms of, or actually 0 to 10 in terms of adherence issues. The higher the score, the more adherence problems there are. And so it starts out as many things do with some demographics. So I'm going to go ahead and put my name in there. And it does ask for Social Security number, which may make some people a little bit nervous, but this goes into a database later where I need something unique to have to store it, and I'm not going to use my actual Social Security number here. Okay, and then this is kind of for later development, but okay, we're done with that. So go back to the name page and pick up with age, and it actually asks date of birth, and it's selected like so. Hard to do this with one hand. Okay, and back. The gender is just male or female, so just toggling that. And my English is my main language, but in case it isn't, there's a slider here to mark English as a second language, and then choose the language from the wheel below. There's all the typical languages in there. Okay, so so that was setting up the demographics. It's actually got me as oh well, I'll speak a different language for the purposes of this. So one of the things that you can do is change some settings here. I've got it set so that it doesn't email a report to anybody, but that's where the default email account would be for when the results need to go out. They would actually go there. Got a couple of choices here in terms of storing in the database. You can store on the local app database, or you can share the results with a master database and hopefully even pool that later and do some statistics based on it. You do have the ability to erase the database, and when you turn on the sharing with the master, it puts a number underneath the big button there, and so I'll turn it back on. And that number is the unique ID for this device, which will help you get the data back later when you ask for that back. But the purpose of this tool is to do the screening, so let's get to that. And so the first question is, do you know what each of your medications is for? And these are almost all yes or no questions. And it's getting a little out of focus here. Do you ever have trouble remembering when to take your medication? Do you ever not take medicine because you feel you don't need it? Do you think that any of your medicines is not helping you? Do you have any physical problems that keep you from taking your medicine as prescribed? Do you think any of your medicine is causing a side effect? Do you know the names of all your medications? Do you think you need all your medications? And in the past 6 months, have you missed getting a refill or new prescription filled on time? And then this last one is not yes or no. It's how often do you miss taking a medication? And I'll just say 1 to 2 times a month. And so what you get is a report there that's sort of a summary report. It gives the demographics first. It says the risk score was 3. MedAdhIR recommends a comprehensive evaluation by a senior care pharmacist. So one of the things that you can do is refer to a senior care pharmacist. I hit the refer button, and there's the page that comes up in order to find a senior care pharmacist, and of course it's ASCP all the way. And so you type in the zip code and hopefully find a senior care pharmacist within your area. So this would be the business generating part of the app. And so then in going back, back to that screen. So now we can do a report. And this actually sends out a more detailed version of the report. I've actually got it so that it's not going to me because I left the email blank. It's actually going to join the rest of the data that other people are entering because that's what I had selected in there. And it does give the responses to each of the questions as part of the report. It says what device it was done on, and that's mainly for debugging purposes. So when you're ready, you can actually click on send, and in a matter of seconds typically that email goes out with that full report, and that actually had the database attached to it, so that'll automatically get shared with the rest of the users. All right, well that's about it. I thought I'd show you what the MedAdhIR app is, and I'd recommend that you download it. It's cost a $1 one-time purchase. It doesn't have any in-app purchases, and you get updates for the life of the product. So that's what we could potentially package up and offer for this, first go-around with the product development committee. Thanks a lot.